Hey y'all, how's it going? I accidentally started streaming instead of recording for like a split second. Hopefully that didn't show up on people's inboxes, cause you ain't gonna see shit. We're back again with more Ace Attorney Apollo Justice. Oh god. If I start talking, I need to cough. I swear, I'm not sick. It's just my bad diet of like sugary substances and fried substances. I have boba. I'm drinking some boba right now. Probably not the best idea because I have to chew these bobas, but you know, my life. So we last left off, what happened? Okay, there was a dead body. We did some investigating, and the last thing we saw during the investigation was the dead body and the little blonde pianist boy, Machi Tobaye, up on a raised tower thing on a stage at a concert venue. And the dead body was wielding a guitar or something, and they were probably, I don't fucking remember. Look, you know what happened. You wouldn't be watching this part if you didn't see what happened before it, or at least you shouldn't. But yeah, I guess we're back at the office. It's the day after that night. So will we get a client? I guess we'll find out. Otherwise, this wouldn't be an Ace Attorney game if we didn't have a client. Okay. Fuck. Why do I always forget that I have to do voices? It's like the minute I see a person, it's like, oh right, I have to do voices for them. All right, let's do this. Wow, that concert last night sure went south in a hurry. No kidding. Why did they arrest Machi? Why? Don't look at me like it's my fault. Machi Tobaye, the blind pianist. And yes, I know it sounds like I'm saying penis. Whatever. Get over it. I'm not talking about no goddamn fucking flaccid dick. Arrested on suspicion of murdering Romaine Latouche. I can't believe such a cute little boy could do something so horrible. I guess they had proof of some kind. What proof could possibly prove that? Ah! A startling surprise, but a very welcome startled surprise. Good morning, my boy. Kisses. Mwah. Oh god, I have to fucking do his voice though. Morning. Tongue. Morning. Whatever. Fuck it, it's just one word. Prosecutor Gavin? What a night, eh? I apologize for being so upset. Okay, my goal is to try to make his voice a little bit deeper, because I think when I'm trying to put on that accent, that horrendous whatever accent of a country that doesn't exist, I feel like it's a little too high for his type of character. I don't know why it would matter, because I don't do a good voice for him regardless, even if I do make it deep. Mr. Gavin, do you know what's going on? Why did they arrest Machi? Why? Don't look at him like it's his fault either. It was tough for me too. We performed together that night after all. Yet? The powers that be say that. What? The powers that be say. What? Is that a sentence? The powers that be say that. Given the circumstances, it could have only been him. Is that even a fucking... I don't know, whatever. I don't care. What do you mean by the circumstances? Lemoire was... Oh yeah, okay. Lemoire was invited from Virginia as an ambassador of goodwill. It is vital that this case be wrapped up swiftly. That's all the powers that be want. Really. What does that mean? That's all the powers that be want? That doesn't sound like grammatically correct. Wait. Man, I don't know English. Well, those are circumstances, alright. But what makes Machi the only possible suspect? L for head. You seem to have forgotten that you're talking to the prosecution, the enemy. Then why are you in my house? Oh, this is not our house. Why are you here? Right. I think I like the side of Prosecutor Gavin better, actually. I'm not at liberty to discuss the particulars of the case. Especially not to the defense attorney. What? What did you just say? Me? The defense attorney? Who, me? My job? The defense attorney? Does someone recognize me as a defense attorney? Oh my god! That's what I came to tell you. He's down at the detention center. He wants to request your services. They know we're a lawyer? He knows we lawyer? You mean Machi? Machi wants me? Yeah, how does he know that Apollo's defense attorney? Maybe someone told him. Oh, or maybe Lemoire knew. Oh, whatever. This is what we've been waiting for, Apollo. Let's get going. Right. Good luck. I'm off to question Lemoire. Are we not? Oh, I guess you wouldn't be at a detention center. Right, later. I hope I'm up to this. July 8th, detention center visitors room. Hey, what's up, guard? I see you doing your job. Well, I just don't get it. I refuse to believe that a cute little kid like that could do something so terrible. You said that already. I think maybe the reason why I got dizzy the last time I played, aside from the fact that I was really tired and staring at the screen for too long, is that I read too fast. I feel like I go like really fast when I do the lines and stuff. Maybe I need to slow down. Just kidding. That's not gonna happen. You can't make me slow down. I can't make myself slow down. This is the speed that I read at. Let's just do our best. I didn't do anything beforehand aside from like my regular work, so I should be okay. Long haul. Long haul! Machi, everything's gonna be okay. We're here for you. Hi. Maybe you can tell me about last night. Wait, he doesn't speak English. Wing ding, wing ding, wing ding. Yeah, what? How are we supposed to fucking talk to him? Huh? Wing ding, wing ding, wing ding, wing ding, wing ding, wing ding, wing ding. I have to put emotions into the wingdings now. That was when I realized how tough it must be. A little kid like this? In a country so far from everything he's ever known. Hold up a second. Machitobaye! He's 14 years old, so he would be tried as a juvenile, right? Or like a minor? Not a juvenile. He would go to juvie, but like he's a minor, right? Are you... I don't know how they do it with kids. When the kid has committed a crime or has been suspected of committing a crime or whatever, like, do they need to have like their guardians present during this? It's not like kids can be stuck in the jail cell on their own. Are they? Can they? I don't fucking know. Never mind. I don't know how it works. I hope that I never come across, and I hope no one else ever comes across a kid committing crimes that would send them to jail, much less like murder. That's like, well, honestly, you shouldn't be. I wouldn't want you to be involved with any adult or any person that commits a crime like murder, but like especially a kid, that's fucked up. Maybe Lemoire can help? But didn't Prosecutor Gavin say she was with him? Yeah, oh, hold up. Gavin told us that he requested us, right? And to have us go to the detention center. He should have thought about the fact that we can't communicate. I guess it doesn't matter to him because he's a prosecutor. Good luck. I'm off to question Lemoire. Oh, well, what are we gonna do? That's, a good question. I can't think of anything we can do but go with this. And hope for the best at the trial tomorrow. Oh, wing ding, wing ding, wing ding, wing ding, wing ding. Is that it? That's it. Oh my god, why are we coming across instances where we can't talk to our client on the day of? Also, I love how I fucking took a break. I couldn't push on far enough that I would get to this to be continued. If I knew about it, I would have... whatever, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Don't matter. July 9th, 10 a.m. We're in court. We didn't even get to talk to him beforehand. I guess we wouldn't have been able to say anything, but Lemoire should have been there. We could have said something there, or been like, we could at least reassure the damn boy that he's gonna be in good hands or something, right? This poor fucking kid has been unable to talk to anybody. Court is now in session for, how do I say that? Machitobaye, Your Honor. The pixie of the arpeggio. Sure. Right, his trial. Court is in session. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is A-OK, El Judge. Very well, Prosecutor Gavin. My opening statement, yeah. No, actually. There was something else I wanted to ask you about. Yes? Say you're going to visit someone in the hospital with an incurable disease. What do you say to them? Eh? I mean, you wouldn't say, get well soon, right? I mean, you'd only be kicking them when they're down.
What are you talking about?
Actually, I'm going to visit someone who is terminally ill. Right after this trial, the Chief Justice's son.
The Chief Justice?
His son is afflicted with the most terrible disease. He doesn't have long, it seems. So I thought I'd go pay him a visit. I thought saying something moving might be But might be the order of the day.
Why don't grown-ups ever just say what's on their mind instead of pretending?
Well, I mean, if you came across a kid who had an incurable disease, if you say what's on your mind, you'd be like, oh, fucking shit, you're fucked. Like, what would you say? Like, obviously, it's a fucking sad situation, right? But, you know, choosing whatever.
She's looking at me with something like disgust. Hey, what are you looking at me like that for?
In any case, I'm a bit busy today, so let's wrap this up quickly. Prosecutor Gavin, your opening statement briefly.
You're in luck, El Judge. My throat is itching, oh no. Sorry.
God damn it.
I believe you'll be going to your hospital visit sooner than you think. First, to review the victim in this case. Romain Letus, age 35. The global manager for Diva Songstress Le Moi. The cause of death, blood loss due to being shot by a large caliber revolver. This report has all the details.
What would cause you to die from blood loss as quickly as he did, right? Because Apollo, so as a recap in case you had forgotten, Apollo and Emma were in front of the dressing room talking about stuff when suddenly they heard the gunshots, right? And the minute they heard the gunshots, they didn't take too long to get into the room. It took like maybe a few seconds. They got in, they saw the body on the floor, and then Emma went to go call for backup. And Apollo managed to catch Romain Letus still alive. And he said like a few phrases, he said a few words before succumbing to his wounds, right? But in that time, it wasn't that long. It wasn't like 10 minutes or 5 minutes. Probably like maybe at most 5 minutes. Can you die of blood loss if you bleed for like 5, whatever, I don't know. Why am I trying to bring logic into this? It doesn't matter. It's fucking Ace Attorney. The court accepts this in the evidence.
Letus's autopsy report.
45 caliber. That's quite large, isn't it? A direct hit from that could knock a man off his feet.
Yeah, see? He's off of his feet.
However, the bullet struck him in the shoulder. The damage to the body is slight. Death was not immediate. Sadly, his blood loss was such that he could not be saved. Which is weird considering if he died from blood loss that we would see more blood on the floor. But we saw it was only, whatever, doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
I suppose the victim's condition could have been much worse considering.
Crime photo.
2 shots were fired. 1 shot missed. The other penetrated and passed through the victim's shoulder. Both bullets were found at the wall of the scene. Observe the diagram. This is where the bullets hit. I see. The court accepts this evidence.
Look at all these evidence we're getting.
If we're talking about a 45 caliber revolver, we must assume that the killer was adept at the weapon's use.
Really? Yeah, apparently, weapons that size have a powerful kickback. If, say, the judge tried to fire one, it would break every bone in his body.
The defense will take more care in choosing examples. As I was saying, the victim was shot backstage in a dressing room. I love that they put all this detail into this drawing of the crime scene. As if you really needed to see the hangers on the floor, as if that's gonna be imperative to the case. This dressing room has only one entrance, this door. That does seem to be the case, yes. However, there were witnesses who heard the gunshots.
He's talking about you and Emma, huh?
Yet when the witnesses entered the room, it was empty, save for the victim's body, of course. But that's impossible! Exactly. This murder was impossible. I think what I'm going for now is just like a really shitty French accent. Then again, was I even trying to attempt a German accent before when I first started it? I know, whatever. For all but one person. One person? That is, of course, the defendant Machi Tobaye. Only this defendant could have committed the crime? But how? It's quite simple. The circumstances of the crime scene makes it clear. Very well. I assume you have testimony to back up this claim. Let the witness please take the stand.
It's Emma! I love her outfit.
Your name and profession, please. Emma Sky. I'm a detective for the police department. I was on security detail at the concert forum that night. Emma seems tired somehow. She probably had a long day, dude. Security at the concert, you say? Some security I was. Couldn't even stop a murder. Now, don't blame yourself. Things like this happen. I've made even bigger mistakes in my career, you know. I'm sure that makes her feel much better. I want to hear about these bigger mistakes. In any case, because you were on security detail, the crime was quickly discovered. And we were able to identify the killer. You may give the court your testimony if you would. Describe the circumstances of that day and your discovery of the crime, please. Alright. Testimony, murder with circumstances. The night of the murder, I was on security backstage at Prosecutor Gavin's request. Only people involved in the concert in some way were allowed backstage. At the beginning of the third set, I heard shots. I went into the room filled with blaring rock music and found the body. I examined the scene and determined that only the defendant could have done it.
It was lucky that a detective was the first on the scene.
But that door was the only way out of the room, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Then I don't get it. How can they say that Machi did it?
Looks like we need a bit more information. Very well. The defense may begin their cross-examination.
Cross-examine. Did you? Boop, 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 boop. That night of the moon. I'm just gonna press everything, because why the hell not?
The night of the murder was the night of the concert, yeah?
That's right.
What was the detective doing on security detail, might I ask? If it was only a concert.
My thoughts exactly. But orders are orders, even when they come from rock gods.
Prosecutor Gavin?
Yes, allow me to explain. I smelled something that day, you might say. The stench of conspiracy. That day at the concert hall.
Conspiracy? Well, isn't it obvious? My keys. That whole morning, no. The whole day was ruined. And it's all because someone stole my keys. I couldn't ride my hog to the show. I couldn't open my guitar case.
There he goes again.
Isn't it possible he simply misplaced them? Misplaced them? Misplaced items don't just wander Misplaced items don't just wander into a murder victim's hand on their own. What's this? Prosecutor Gavin, if your keys were in the victim's hand, that makes you a prime suspect. Man, guitarists are like on a whole nother level of like... Guitarists that sing are on a whole nother level of like skill, talent type of thing. Because singing and then also figuring out the chords and like making sure your fingers align with the strings and like play, I don't understand it. I took one class of guitar in high school, and I was just like I always had to keep staring at the hand, figuring out the chords and like the dexterity that's required of your fingers to reach certain strings to make certain chords. It's so fucking hard. God, musicians are like seriously fucking talented. Like, I don't know how they do it. It's crazy. Okay. Love. What? Sorry. Love. Slow acting in you. Atroquinine. Is that real? Google. Let's look it up. Atroquinine. Are you real? You're not real. You're not real. Okay, you're not real. Okay, good to know. I just wonder, how do you pronounce it, I wonder? Okay. Atroquinine. I'm gonna go with that. I have no idea if that would be the right way to say it, but it's also not fucking real. Love, slow acting in you. Atroquinine is waiting for you. He's singing something. Does everything with this guy have to be so over the top? The killing happened in the middle of my concert. I was, like a sailor, adrift on the sea of sound. Anyway, I didn't want anything else stolen. So I put the detective with the most time on their hands on the task. I see. I can accept that. Well, I can't. What do you mean, time on their hands? Yeah, that's fucking mean, Clavier. Clavier's always talking about how fucking Emma's always in a bad mood, but he's fucking mean to her. Please, the testimony. I got you, Emma. I got your back. Clive may be my husband, but I got you, girl.
Only people involved with the concert in some way were allowed backstage. We were let in, though. I didn't know about that. I certainly didn't invite you. Oh, Emma, come on, be nice to us. I gave the Fraulein. I swear, I hope by the end of this series I fucking perfect my pronunciation of German words in this game. I gave the Frau, God damn it! God, fuck it, God damn it! I gave the Fraulein special permission to be there. I wanted to see her again. She's fucking 15, don't you dare.
Oh boy, did you hear that? We're officially involved now.
What? Not like you and Clavier, right, Trucy? Not that, right? You mean just like the whole group is involved in the whole whatever. Gee, great.
Some other hangers-on tried to get backstage, but I drove them off. So no other outsiders were there then.
I do love that he brought Emma as the security detail, and that's the only person. Like, there's no other people involved in security detail. Like, don't you need more people as bodyguards for seemingly a really packed whatever?
And then, I guess the other people aren't important if there are other people. At the beginning of the third set, I heard shots. I believe we were having a chat when we heard the shots. You were the one chatting. I was eating snackoos.
Oh, hey, no snacking in court.
And you're sure the shots came from Lemoire's room? Yes, absolutely. Hey, I'm the one being cross-examined here. Here, this'll keep you quiet. What the? Ah, thanks.
You ate it? You gonna eat it?
So, how about it, Emma?
We were right. There. Hard to be mistaken about that. Please, either talk or eat, not both at the same time. Maybe you should give some to the judge.
Right, so after that, me and Mr. Lawyer there opened his dressing room door.
Also, I can't imagine eating that whole bag of, like, the snackoos without drinking anything, because those things, according to my research when I edited the video where they first brought it up, the thing is, like, made out of fucking, like, brown sugar, like deep fried sugar or something like that. That shit's gonna be so sweet.
I went into the room filled with blaring rock music and found the body.
Rock?
Blaring, yes.
When you say rock, are you referring, perhaps, to this rock and roll music that's so popular these days?
That's right. When we went into the dressing room, music was blaring over the speaker on the wall. They pipe sound from the stage into the backstage through speakers. That way people in the back can hear when they're supposed to be on stage.
Did it have to be so loud?
You don't listen to the Gaviniers with your ears. You feel it with your entire body and soul. I always have the backstage monitors at full volume. When we walked into that room, the band was playing Guilty Love, I believe, making it easy to determine the time of the crime.
If you could hear that music playing,
then everybody on stage for that song has an alibi, including myself. Anyway, I closed out the scene and started my investigation.
No, you didn't. You fucking ran off to get backup, first of all, but whatever.
I examined the scene and determined that only the defendant could have done it.
How could you know something like that?
As I said, it was clear from the circumstances. Listen, we know there was only one exit from the room, that door. The small window only opened a tiny crack, and I was standing in front of that door. So, how could the killer have fled the scene? There's only one possibility, the air vent.
Oh!
But that air vent was too small! Who could have possibly...
Exactly. There's certainly no way you could get through, nor me. The only one who could have fit through was a child.
A child?
Remember, access to those rooms were limited. Only those involved with the concert were allowed. And all of the people involved with the concert, only one is small enough to be considered a child.
The defendant?
The pixie of the arpeggio flitted up toward the sky. You and your fucking words, goddamn, and disappeared from the scene of the crime.
But that's just conjecture.
Or there was no other way out of that room. You were there. You should know, Air Forehead. And there is another vital piece of evidence.
Evidence? What?
Marks were found on the air vent grill. Traces that it had recently been opened.
Wait, what?
And something else was found, quite clearly. The defendant, Machi Tobaye's fingerprints.
What? What?
Really? Why? I mean, I guess it's under the assumption that he climbed in there, but why? Huh. Order! 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 That air vent was the only way out of the room. The defendant's fingerprints were found on the grill. Well, L Forehead, what fairy tale does this suggest to you? Only one could pass through that vent, that doorway to heaven. And that one is our pixie.
Why are you looking at me, Apollo?
Hey, I was out whooping it up in the audience. Also, would you really fucking start accusing Trucy of doing it? This is not any better. So this was his decisive evidence. Quite decisive indeed. I believe that's enough of that. The prosecution has a rather convincing case. The only way in and out of the crime scene was watched, making the defendant the only one who could possibly leave the scene. Simple and decisive. I believe we've heard enough to determine our verdict, even if I wasn't in a hurry to make a hospital visit. I'm sure the Chief Justice will appreciate the gesture. Unfortunately, we have no direct witnesses. Fortunately, the criminal left decisive evidence for us. That will have to be enough.
It can't be over already.
Very well, I believe this trial is finished. If the defense has no contradicting evidence, the prosecution has presented our proof clear and plain. If you have contradicting evidence, it better be clear and plain.
Apollo, they've got us on the ropes already. We better come up with something quick. I know. Think, what can get us out of this? We need evidence or a witness that can prove Machi is innocent beyond a doubt. Without that,
Mr. Justice, do you have contradicting proof that can overturn the prosecution's case? If you do, you'd better tell us about it now.
This is it, and so soon. If I mess this one up, it's all over. The court wants contradicting proof?
I know, I'm pretty sure I know the answer, but I just wanted to save it. Just be careful just in case. Not that it fucking matters. But you know, you can never be too careful.
Prosecutor Gavin, you claimed that there were no witnesses to this crime. Are you absolutely sure?
Absolutely. I swear it on my career as a prosecutor. And on my million-seller hit song, Achokunine My Love.
There he goes again. That's too bad, because there was a witness.
Oh, really now? But how did you come to possess knowledge the prosecution clearly does not?
Because I'm the only one in the world who knows this. What's going on? I just talked to him and now... He's alive! Mr. Latus, can you hear me?
Cold, so cold. Witness.
You're cold? Don't worry, you're gonna be fine. Help is on the way.
Can't see.
Hang in there, Mr. Latus. Tell me, who was the witness?
The witness is Siren. What? The victim said this before he died?
Perhaps he did, and perhaps he did not. What do you mean by that?
All we know is what Air Forehead says he said. It's not testimony, especially since it comes from the defense attorney himself.
I'm no liar, screw you, Clavier! But it's the truth, he said it! I even told you about it! But apparently you ignored me completely!
It's my policy to fully investigate everything I deem relevant. Clearly this rookie lawyer thinks he can tell me how to do my job. That's enough! Mr. Justice, we need clear contradictory proof from you. This witness of yours, unknown to the prosecution. I hope you're right. Failure carries a stiff penalty. Perhaps a stiffer penalty than usually is called for.
Ugh, there's no backing out now.
Let's hear the name of your witness, Mr. Justice.
It's the siren of the Lemuel.
Lemuel?
Recall Mr. Latus's last words.
The witness is Siren. The siren. Aha! He means the siren.
That's right, the siren of the ballad. Lemoire. Lemoire was the only on stage for the second set. And she had access to the backstage area. She could have been a witness.
I see. Well, Prosecutor Gavin.
My claim still stands. There was no witness to this crime.
Very well. Let's hear it from the horse's mouth then, shall we?
She's not a horse. She's a lovely little lady.
We will now take a break from Detective Emma Sky's cross-examination. Please show Lemoire to the witness stand.
Lemoire would say nothing the night of the murder. Not today, though. Today we'll drag this story out of her no matter what it is.